Welcome to the House at Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. If it's your first time in here, do not let it be your last. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Breaking news. We saw this coming just a little bit. This was a guy that me and the rest of Mount Shieldmore had been talking about for a little bit, and it has happened. The Patriots didn't want him, but the Raiders did. The Raiders have claimed cornerback Jake Jones. Who? Jake Jones! A 2022 fourth-round pick off of waivers. He was with the New England Patriots for the last 2 years. This is a guy who has a lot of familiarity with Antonio Pierce. He played at Arizona State when Pierce was a member of the coaching staff. He was also Antonio Pierce was also Jack Jones's coach at Long Beach Polytech through 2017. Stat-wise for Jack Jones right now, again, 2 years in the league, the 5'11", 180-pound cornerback has 33 tackles for his career, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions. This season, in only 5 games played, he has had 8 tackles, 4 assisted, 12 combined, 1 pass deflection. Our cornerback room, you can't say anything negative about it, but at the same time, like, injury bug has caught up with several of our guys right now, and we definitely needed a breath of fresh air. We saw what happened to Amik Robertson taking that knee to the helmet on Sunday night versus the Jets. We have not heard any updates, but for the foreseeable future, he's going to be out. Tyler Hall did fill in towards the tail end of the game. He did a very good job. Tackling-wise, he was on point. We did see Nate Hobbs put in that work as well. Jacorian Bennett came in as well. Again, this was something that needed to be done. I'm very happy with the signing. I think a lot of people in the chat are. Let me get to the chat. I will start highlighting you guys. Let me do a quick roll call. I'm sorry. I just wanted to break the news first. And yes, I'm on earlier than I'm supposed to be. I will be live 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We will have a guest. Ty Butler from ESPN Radio New York will be joining me for Vault Talk. Probably going to be like a half-hour show. We're going to talk. Me and him are going to talk behind the scenes before we start. Maybe we might get you guys a little bit more involved. But yes, Isaac Medina, Raider Blair, Rick, Rude the Vet, Russo, Armin Hammered, First and Goal, GA, EJ, Junior Land, Tone, Loco, Oakland fan, Johnny, Isaiah Randolph, Anthony R. Hernandez. Let's see. Johnny said, sign Melvin Ingram and we're cooking. Now, you heard us talk about Melvin Ingram. You saw JPP, unfortunately, was signed yesterday by the New Orleans Saints. He wanted to go to a team that he feels is a contender. I'm not too sure if the Saints are really that answer. Granted, they do have a good defense, but I think they sit where we are right now at 5-5. So I don't know if necessarily that was the best decision for him, but fellow USF alum, congratulations to you. Glad you're not on our schedule. I'll leave it at that. We did talk about Melvin Ingram on Sunday night, though, and a hybrid, as I had mentioned on Sunday night. He's a guy I definitely wouldn't mind having here. Again, the veteran presence on the opposite side of Max Crosby would definitely be valuable. We did have a vet that we lost due to mental health. That's the best way to put it right now. A guy that was supposed to more or less help learn or tutor, mentor, same thing, Tyree Wilson, as he's in his rookie season, but it's been going back and forth between Kuntz and Tyree. Tyree got a little bit of work in. Kuntz did a really solid job for us on Sunday night, but I guess if it does present itself, if we had that opportunity, if we had the cap space, I wouldn't mind getting a vet D-end right now, but we'll see what happens. Again, Max can't do everything himself. He's another one that he's just a dog. He's continued to put in the work as he has throughout his career as a Raider, and we know that he wants to be here. So we will see what happens in the coming weeks. Maybe there's another move made by the end of this week, but a huge shout out to Champ Kelly, a huge shout out to Antonio Pierce for making this happen. Again, already the familiarity with Antonio Pierce as he was his coach at ASU, his high school football coach as well at Long Beach Poly. I'm here for it, man. I think it was a good move. We will see what happens. They need someone with a post total mash unit. There you go, Oakland. Talk that shit, bro. Salutes everybody in here. And I don't know if I did put it up, but those coming on in, yeah, Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell. Again, breaking news has happened within the last 20 minutes. The Raiders claimed cornerback Jack Jones off of waivers. We will see how he's going to be utilized. We'll see if he's going to be put in a rotation this coming Sunday as we face Tua, the Cheetah, and a chain. A chain is returning off of IR, and the rest of the Miami Dolphins this coming Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. I believe that's 10 a.m. Pacific time for you guys on the West Coast. We will be live, me and Graf, Lord willing, doing live play-by-play. And again, tonight, I will be back at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Special edition of Vault Talk with special guest Ty Butler of ESPN Radio in New York. You guys are not going to want to miss it. We are going to do a recap of Sunday's night's game with him. As you guys saw, if you're following me on Twitter, if you're following me on IG, I did have the opportunity to call into his show on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and he had me on for about 5 minutes. We were just talking a little bit about the matchup preview, who the X factors are going to be, and he said he'd be more than glad to jump on. So we should have a really good live with him at 8 o'clock tonight. You guys are not going to want to miss that. Let me just continue to go through the chat. I'm checking you guys out. Malik Reed been randomly playing too. Yeah. I think we should sign Michael Carter to the practice squad if he clears waivers. Ruben Russ, that was actually, and I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I was on the drive home just now and had gotten the news that the Jets actually released running back Michael Carter. Now, Michael Carter, for those that were watching the game, was the one who committed that chop block. And there was, I listened to a little bit of Coach Saleh on ESPN Radio yesterday when I was driving home. And apparently it's been said that he is not a guy, and this is Saleh I'm talking about, is not a guy to really penalize players when they have penalties or whatever the case may be. But for those that did not notice, I could tell you I didn't. After that chop block, Michael Carter was not back on the field for the Jets the rest of that game. And now he is released. Yes, we've talked about the running back depth chart. We've talked about, God forbid, JJ goes down. We do need another running back to carry the load behind him. Michael Carter could potentially be that guy. We shall see if any type of move is made in regards to us trying to sign him. But yeah, he made one excuse me. He made one mistake on Sunday night versus us, and as a result has been released by the New York Jets. So we shall see, man. John, what the F? What? Beantown, what's good, bro? Salute. I get why we claim this guy. Not a big fan of the off-field issues. We've had this drama. Yeah, we had drama this season, and we had drama. We had drama in 2021, right? We've talked about this. I told you the rally cry is back from 2021, and those that were following me back then, y'all know those 3 words. Fuck your adversity. We had Gruden with the emails. We had the unfortunate circumstantial Ruggs. We had the loss of a great in John Madden. And Bisaccia came in as an interim. They went on that tear the last couple of weeks of the season, and we snuck in the wild card. We're going through our stuff now. Chandler Jones and the head case issues. Josh McDaniels just being a total douchebag and a habitual line stepper and a fuck up, and he's no longer here. And now we have an interim coach in Antonio Pierce who's really got this locker room rallied around him right now. The energy in the facility in Henderson, the energy in Allegiant Stadium is totally different right now. We have swept both New York teams in the last 2 weeks. Things are changing right now, and again, the rallying cry is back. We do have some very important games remaining for the season, including a lot of conference games that could potentially play a huge part in overall win-loss and a potential spot for us getting into the wild card. As it stands right now, the Raiders are in the hunt for a playoff spot. I know people don't want to talk about it. People want to take it week by week. I'm definitely one of those that want to take it week by week and just see what we do. We're going against a very, very, very fast team this coming week, especially when it comes to Tyreek Hill, when it comes to a chain, the running back. Again, he is coming off of IR. He is slated to play, and he might get more reps than Raheem Mostert because Mostert has not been doing his thing over the last few weeks that a chain was out. So it's a lot of things to keep a close eye out on. You also have to take in consideration Miami's secondary, because their secondary is just insane with the talent that they have there. But again, we take this 1 week at a time and we see what the possibilities are. We have the Dolphins, we have the Chiefs, we have the bye. We come off of the bye. We have Josh Dobbs, and the Minnesota Vikings. Who else do we have left after that? The Colts, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Broncos. Again, a lot of conference games, a lot of very, very important games. The Colts, I believe, right now stand at 5-5 as well. They're another team that are in the hunt. Anything's possible right now, but we got to be positive. We got to continue to keep our foot on the gas and do the things that we've been doing these last 2 weeks under interim head coach Antonio Pierce. And I'm 1,000% here for it. Best believe that. Guys with pass off field issues is the Raider YGA. I can't with you, bro. I can see Cards, Browns, Rams, maybe Vikings claiming Carter. Potentially. Shout out to Arm and Hammered. Salute to Big Boy Mario. Salute Hammer. Long time away, but still be watching you guys. Raiders. Appreciate you pulling on up, bro. Much love, much appreciation. Thank you. I think I got a lot out just now with everything we've just talked about, and we've only been on 15 minutes. Do you guys want to open up the vault line for a little bit and chat it up? Like, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit. Again, I will be live again in about 2.5 hours. That looks about right. About 2.5 hours. I will be back live. Again, special guest from ESPN Radio New York, Ty Butler, will be joining me, and we will recap the Jet Raider game from this past Sunday night. And we might open it up during the live, but I'm not 1,000% sure. We're only going to have him on for like a half hour, but yeah. Big Mike, salute, bro. Appreciate you. Hammer is the Hunter Renfro of Raiders YouTube. I don't know how to take that, bro. I'm the Hunter Renfro of... is that a compliment? I don't know how to take that right now, bro. And no, I'm not feeling any type of way, but is that good? Hammer Jones is an incredible talent, but his off-field issues killed his chances with us. Hopefully, he'll help y'all out. Shout out to Beantown, the resident masshole. He covers the Patriots, so he definitely knows a little thing or two about who Jack Jones. I really want to see if that, like, how much love to you, Big Mike. I want to know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Raider Jim said chat line. DeMarcus Webb, salute to you on the $4.99 super. Much love. All right. Where's my phone? Oh, wait, my phone is right here. Let me get the Bluetooth set up on this, and we will open it up for you guys for a little bit. And like I said, we're not going to be on here very long because we do have another live in another 2.5 hours. But let me get this set up for you guys. And appreciate everybody that's in here. And if you haven't already, 3 simple things. First timers in here, definitely let it be your last, because everybody in this chat right now can tell you will always get real Raiders content in the house that Hammer built. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash a bell. Let me unpair this and redo it again. Every time I do this now, I have to constantly reconnect. So let's get this up and running for you guys. Absolutely love to hear from you guys tonight. Let me get to the Bluetooth again. Details. Yeah. Oops. Wrong thingy. And I don't even think that's in here right now anyways. I just hit my Bluetooth speaker, and that's definitely not in this house right now. Scan. There we go. Now I just need for this to pop up, and I'll put the phone line on there. All right. We are good. I'm going to put it in the chat, and we should be good to go. I need to move that, the alert box again. Shout out to GA and the $4.99. Hammer running the China route with breaking news. Third and Hammer. Wow, I like that. I appreciate that. Thank you. What up, Hammer? Fresno in the building. I would like to see PG use Max on the left side some more to get Wilson and Kuhn some easier looks. Sencal, I don't know if you noticed a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was a game against the Giants. That's actually what they were doing. I don't know if anybody else noticed, but they did flip our edge rushers to the opposite sides that they're normally used to playing. And I was kind of surprised, but I was also like, okay, this is dope. You got to see, you want to see different things. You want to give different looks. You want to go with the stunts and the blitzes, which now we're seeing the last 2 weeks. Like I've said this over the last couple of weeks, the handcuffs are off. The handcuffs are off. So it's definitely a lot better to see what Patrick Graham really has in his bag of tricks, because he came in here. We saw the interview when asked the type of defenses he runs, and he says it's a little bit of everything. It's a hybrid style. And we're really seeing a 4-2-5 zone all the damn time. But they are switching things around here and there, and I'm here for it. Let's put this up. There you go. Vault line is open. Let me make sure Do Not Disturb is turned off. 347-471-0361. Call into the vault line. Sound off on this recent signing of who? Jack Jones. Who? Jack Jones. I'm going to be doing that shit all night. I apologize, guys. But yeah, vault line is open now. So call on in. Sound off on tonight's topics. And yeah, may be here for a little bit of time. Not a long time, but I appreciate y'all hanging out with me right now. Again, numbers on the screen right there. You guys see it. 347-471-0361. Call on in and sound off, y'all. Trying to make sure to keep up with you guys right now. John Dank, salute. Seen that, but I would like to see even more of it. Okay, Senkout, there you go. Okay. Important question is, what number will Jack Jones wear? What numbers are available at this point in time? That's the question. We flip Max to the opposite side, and the Giants freaking triple teamed us. Not surprised, right? Max on the right edge and Kuntz and Spillane on the other. Nomad, I like that. I know my phone's not on silent, so if you guys want to call in, call in. If not, we can end this. I appreciate y'all in the chat, though. Oh. There it is. Shout out to my guy, Bali. We got our first caller. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This Raider Jim from Reston, Louisiana.
What's good, bro? You're already on, so sound off.
What's good with it, Hammer? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
I'm good, bro. Hey, I just want to ask you. I know we in the middle of the season. And we riding with Aiden O'Connell. I respect Aiden O'Connell. I like Aiden O'Connell. I was on the Aiden O'Connell train last year after I knew that Bryce Young and Stroud wasn't going to happen. But this is what I want to know. Who do you like in next year's draft? I mean, we're not going to get May or Caleb Williams. So who do you like? I just saw that yours from Texas say he's going back to school.
Who said that?
12 hours ago. Yours from Texas.
Quinn Ewers? Yeah, you know what? I think he's kind of like, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole because I'm a huge UT fan, but I think him going down a couple of weeks ago with that shoulder injury, he just came back this past week. I think maybe he's under the belief that his draft stock has dropped tremendously, and at the same time, like, this quarterback class is a highly, highly talented quarterback class. So I think maybe he's going back for 1 more year to try to boost his stock back up, and we'll see what happens.
Right.
Like, you still have Michael Penix, the kid out of Washington, and as it stands right now, from things I was looking at over the last few days, he's looking more like the front runner for the Heisman Trophy. That might be a guy that people are going to be looking at and more or less waiting to see who ultimately wins the Heisman and go through the combine to be like, okay, which is going to be my new quarterback for the worst team in the league.
Right.
So I think it's
So would you pick him in the first round?
Penix is going to be a guy that goes in the first round. I think as it stands right now, you're probably going to see maybe 3 quarterbacks come off the board, maybe 4 in the first round. You're looking at Caleb, you're looking at Drake, you're looking at Penix, and you're also looking at Bo Nix. You just have to wait and see come April, and at the same time, who's going to be the first overall pick as well.
Right, you never know. I'm going to give you a name. I feel like in the first round, we should either go at the corner position, and there's a lot of good corners in the draft, or DT. I like the boy from Illinois, last name Newton, I think. I like him. But in the second round, bro, I would take a flyer on McCarthy from Michigan. He's young, he wouldn't have to start right now, and he could just grow up as a Raider. Him and Aiden will be our future guys for the next 6, 7 years, or depending on if one of them pans out, if both of them pan out. You know what I'm saying? But I would take McCarthy in the second round if we can't get one of the top guys, which we probably won't be able to.
I
But
think right
outside of the
now,
top guys, I
I
like
think
McCarthy.
I think right now as it stands, like we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves as we think about the draft, because you also need to take into consideration
Mm-hmm.
what is our win loss record going to look like come the season's end. What is Mark Davis
Right.
What is Mark Davis going to do in regards to moving forward? Are we going to extend Champ Kelly? Are we going to extend Antonio Pierce? Because realistically, that ultimately, depending on who's going to be the next GM, who's going to be the next head coach, that's going to ultimately determine the direction that they're going to go when it comes to the draft. Are they comfortable enough? Do they trust in Aiden O'Connell that they're not going to go with the quarterback in the 2024 draft? What are going to be the
Mm-hmm.
other needs of our franchise this coming offseason? Like, it's a lot of things to take into consideration. And like I said, like, I think a lot of
Yeah.
people already are kind of getting ahead of themselves. Like, when we just made Antonio Pierce the interim head coach right away, these other media outlets and these other conspiracy theorists and asshats, and I'm being as nice as possible when I say that. Oh, here's a list of the next head coach, the list of head coaches that the Raiders should consider hiring this coming offseason. Here's a
Yeah.
list of the GMs. This is no. We need to be patient, let
Yeah.
everything run its course, and then again, when the season comes to an end, we can evaluate, and really not me, because I'm not a GM. I wish I was, and I'm not Mark Davis
Right.
either. But that'll be the time where Mark Davis sits down, tries to evaluate everything. Are these guys going to be the guys I want here for the next 2 or 3 years, or am I going to go another route? That's overall
Mm-hmm.
how it should be, and that's exactly how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love AP, bro. Like just his swag, his enthusiasm, his calmness on the sideline. I like Champ Kelly, so I would be fine with them bringing both of them guys back. But we do need to draft a quarterback at some point in the draft. It don't matter if it's high or low, but you got to get another young guy in there. Don't matter who the coach or GM is. You know what I'm saying?
There might be a quarterback that could be floating around, and teams might be
Free
taking
agency?
not even free agency. This is probably going to be a straight up trade, and I know people aren't going to want to hear it. I'm not really a fan of this guy either, but this guy also is not uh he's not he shouldn't be with the team he's with now, because the coach that did want him is no longer there as well, and that's Kyler Murray. I think if the Cardinals continue
Man, I
to,
would
like,
love Kyler,
we
bro.
know that the Cardinals are tanking. It's clear as day right now, and that this is what that organization is known for. Like, their front office, their ownership is ass. But I do believe
Yeah.
come this season's end, if they are a team that ends up with the number one overall pick, they're definitely going to look for a quarterback. And you can see, I know it's a very hefty contract, so I'm not going to sit here and create clickbait for you guys and say, oh, yeah, we're getting Kyler Murray. I'm not really a fan of the kid anyways. I'm not a fan of the kid, but you could see Kyler Murray being traded, and also Justin Fields as well, because Justin Fields already
Yeah.
is not having a very great relationship with his head coach, with his offensive coordinator. He has said some things to the media a couple of times in the past. So anything's possible right now. But
Yeah.
again, those are some
It
names
is.
that those guys could potentially be traded this coming off season. I'm not telling you to take this
Yeah.
to the bank, but there's a good chance that these moves could be happening during the off season. Mark my words on that.
Man, listen, I would love Justin Fields, bro. I mean, I think he could restart his whole career and just he could go up with Tay and Michael Mayer and what we got over here.
Right.
I think he would go crazy.
But
But I do want to let Aiden
what is it with
have his
O'Connell
chance,
right?
bro.
What is it with O'Connell right now? Because I feel like something's not sitting right with you and Aiden O'Connell. Like, he just got his first. This, in my opinion, was his very first official start in the league, for the simple fact that all of last week he got first team reps. He wasn't getting those the last couple of times that he had played. I feel like
Right.
You just have to let this kid learn. His poise is really, really. I can't complain about his poise. I think he was sacked this past week twice. We did have a different starting offensive line, which granted things happen, but he kept his
Right.
composure. He did what he could do, and I think you give him some more time. I think he's going to be just fine. Am I saying that he's necessarily the starter of the future? I'm not saying that, but you also need to give this kid time and see what his ceiling is realistically. And he's got plenty of time right now to do that over these next 7 weeks. So we shall see. But I definitely appreciate the call, bro. I'm gonna take another call, a couple of calls. I definitely appreciate it though, bro.
All right.
Take care. That was a lot that we just dove into, and that was like almost 10 minutes. See, this is me engaging in people like I work for ESPN Radio. Definitely appreciate that call, though. Let me just go through the chat real quick. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Ken McCarthy has some real potential. Shout out to Beantown Hammer. I think Jack Jones is a big pickup, and if anybody can't get his head right, it's AP. This is the thing with AP. Like, he's a guy that obviously can lead these players. He's already had the experience as coaching as a coach from the ranks of high school to college and now here, and he's got this opportunity. The players respect the hell out of him. He brings that energy. He brings that Compton energy, that West Coast energy, and it's just different. And I'm here for it. I really am. Like, I'm excited with what we've done these last 2 weeks. Like, I couldn't be happier with what these guys are doing right now. The defense is continuing to do what they've been doing these last couple of weeks with the takeaways and everything, the pressure. I'm loving it. The secondary still needs to be tweaked and worked a little bit. But again, injuries have played a part with our secondary and just sometimes blown coverages. And we've seen it. We've seen it a couple of times. AC Wood's good. F. Note to Murray, Fields at third. John Danks, again, like I said, I'm not here for Murray. And I'm not sitting here creating clickbait saying, oh, yeah, the Raiders should get Kyler Murray. That dude is more focused on Call of Duty than he is playing in the league. So I'm not taking a flyer out on Kyler Murray, and I'm putting that out there right now so nobody says, well, Hammer said the Raiders should get Kyler Murray. Fuck no. You guys, Hammer, do you want Kyler Murray? I'd rather shit in my hands and clap. Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, the resident masshole is in the building. Shout out to Bobby. What's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Not much. Sound off, bro.
How you doing? So, I think Jack Jones is going to be a real good pickup for you guys. The speed that he brings to the speed. He's fast. He's aggressive. He's not afraid to cover anybody. Like, he had a lot of potential here, man.
Can you do me a favor? Since like we know that the Patriots are your team, and those that don't know, yes, Bobby is a diehard Patriots fan. He covers the Patriots on his channel. Can you just shed some light? Because I'm not too familiar with the off the field stuff, and I don't think too many people in the chat are either. What is the off the field issues?
So he got earlier this year, he brought 2 loaded guns into Logan Airport and tried to take off with them with the team. So that's incident number 1.
Okay.
So, and then incident number 2 is they got over to Germany, and I guess he just basically said, fuck it to all the team meetings and didn't go to any of them.
Oh. Yeah, I think AP will keep him in line. I want to say based on this signing that they must have sat with him based on this signing and said, you better get your shit together quick, fast, and in a hurry, or we'll ship your ass out just as quickly as the Patriots did.
Well, it could have that him not going to the 2 meetings in Germany could have just been him having enough with the team and just. They're 2-8. They're 2-7. They were 2-7, 2-8 now. But they were 2-7. Probably frustration with the team and just said screw it.
Gotcha.
But it's the on-field talent, dude. You guys are definitely going to be able to use him. He's fast. He's aggressive. He's not afraid to play man. Like he's got no fear.
and he's a ball hawk. So there's definitely skill there that you guys can use. Like he will definitely be an upside for your, cornerback room for sure.
Okay.
I mean, there's definitely talent there for you guys to be used.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sounds good. Bobby,
And
go ahead.
I agree with that kid from. I think if you guys are going to kind of draft a quarterback to push O'Connell and just kind of make it interesting in the offseason,
You think McCarthy would be
kind
that
of like
guy?
I like him. Next to, I mean, I'm not too high on Caleb Williams. I kind of like Drake May better than Caleb Williams. But Drake May and that kid McCarthy, and then I would say Penix after that. And I don't know. There's something about Bo Nix that kind of rubs me the wrong way, and I would rather take those other guys over him.
What is it about Bo Nix that rubs you the wrong way?
I just don't. I don't know. I don't like the style. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know. I would rather.
I'm surprised that you're saying that, but at the same time, and I like Oregon. But of course, my heart will always be with Texas and also USF because I went to USF and I really haven't had a chance to really watch Oregon this year to really see him. And he was a guy I really kind of wanted to watch a little bit more this year, but I haven't really had the opportunity to. So I'm kind of just surprised and kind of taken back a little bit.
Yeah, that kid McCarthy, I just think has a lot of immeasurables. You know what I mean? That'll aid him well in the league, and the same thing with Drake May. Like he's kind of got like a Josh Allen build. You know, he's a bigger kid,
right?
But he's got legs underneath him. You know, like he's got legs underneath him. He can throw he throws a hard football. Like he's skilled, man. That kid, if you guys were, the only problem is they're gonna go, in the top 3 picks. So you'd have to really suck to get there.
Yeah,
right
that's
now,
not.
I mean,
What
what are you guys sitting at? What, 9? Probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually have to look and see where we're at currently right now.
Future to get them.
Let me see this.
I would think you guys are sitting at 8 or 9, probably 9 or 10.
I'm actually pulling it up on NFL.com right now. As it stands, we are. Where the fuck is it? We currently sit 15th, actually. As it stands right now, we stand 15th in the draft. And it's showing the biggest needs right now is offensive tackle, interior offensive line. That's been a thing for the last couple of years. Running back, which is kind of a shot. Well, we do need depth. But I think now if Pierce and Champ Kelly are the guys to stay here for another 2-3 years, Jacobs is getting that extension. Jacobs is finishing his career a Raider, which is what he wants. A cornerback and a defensive tackle. Defensive tackle, I'm telling you guys right now, and I will keep saying it until draft day, and I will wait until the 3rd round to do this. T'Vondre Sweat, the interior defensive tackle from Texas, 362 pounds, 6'4". That motherfucker can move, and he hits hard as fuck. I want T'Vondre Sweat on this interior defensive line.
The lateral speed is crazy on that kid.
We need that, dude.
From sideline to sideline.
Yep.
But that's the tough part for you though. Is for you guys sitting at 15 is moving up. I mean, you'd have to give up a lot to get inside the top 10.
Yep.
You know what I mean? A lot.
Well, we'll see how this goes moving forward.
How about Devontae Adams for our first round pick?
Nope. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap again. I'm not trading Tay. I'm not trading Tay. I'm not trading Tay.
Even to get inside the top 5?
No, I'm not trading Tay. Fuck that. No, absolutely not. Nope. You could ask me that a million times. I'm going to tell you the same thing. I don't care what you're giving up.
Something like that is what it's going to take to get inside the top 10.
Yeah.
Or the top 5. I mean, that's something like that is what it's going to take. And I don't think you guys want to give up Adams.
No. And look, now that the change of the guard has happened and we got McDumbass out of here, Tay's not going to want to leave. And the
I've
New York
sports. How long have I been telling you that was never going to work? I told you from the start that was never going to work.
You absolutely did. Like, the New York sports media is already starting with the cap. Oh, Devontae is going to come to the Jets next year. He's going to reunite with his friend. Shut the fuck up. It's not happening. He's not leaving. There were reports out there that apparently the Carolina Panthers reached out to us for Tay. He's not going anywhere. So all you media outlets,
doesn't Carolina have the number 1 overall pick?
Yep.
I think the Panthers have the one overall.
Yeah, from the Bears trade. Yep.
Yep.
I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be smart. It wouldn't be smart.
Bobby.
But that kid McCarthy. The other reason why I like that kid McCarthy too, right? The kid from Michigan.
Yeah.
You could get him at the end of the first round or later. 15, 16, 18. Maybe even, probably between 15 and 20.
Right.
If he falls, because I think he's going to fly below the radar. So when you guys are picking, you might be sitting in a good spot to get him.
Bro, definitely appreciate the call. And let me take a couple more callers. And again, we'll be back on at 8 Eastern. We're going to have a special guest from ESPN Radio New York, Ty Butler. So stay tuned for that. But definitely appreciate the call, bro. It's been a minute. Hope all is well with you. And we'll talk soon.
All right, brother. You too, be easy. Take it easy, bro.
It's okay. Shout out to the resident masshole. There was something I wanted to highlight in the chat. And before I do that, shout out to, I just saw it. Where the hell did it go? Shout out to Anna Pacheco. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. And we got another call. Raider Nation News Today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
D. Bernie, L.A.
What's good, bro? Sound off.
Oh, man, look. When I seen that we got Jack Jones,
who?
I'm telling you this as a West. Didn't we sign Jack Jones? Didn't we claim him?
You didn't get the
corner?
You didn't get the joke, bro. You didn't get the joke. Damn.
Oh, my bad. Flew right over my head. I'm just now leaving the clouds, headed back to Earth, bro.
We got who?
You got me on that one, but look.
Go ahead.
Been watching this cat since high school, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Been watching him since Long Beach Poly. Dude has his family has gang ties, so he come out of that element from Long Beach.
Oh,
great kid. He's a stud. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Was an All-American high school baller. Went to SC. He flunked out of SC. He was at one of these JUCOs out here in California.
And that ended up at ASU.
Boom. All of that. Dude been getting in trouble for a long time. The Deshaun Jackson effect. How Deshaun Jackson was acting like a gang member.
Yeah.
My thing is Antonio knows him. And this is probably going to be his last stop because I don't see nobody else trying to mess with him.
Well, I said it before. I think, especially having the familiarity with Coach Pierce from Long Beach Poly and to ASU, I think.
Oh, no, he didn't coach him at Poly. He just played for him at ASU.
He just played for him at ASU?
That's it.
Okay. So I'm thinking right now that he'll be able to take him under his wing, but also, like I said before, like, when they did this signing, they must have straight up told him, like, yo, you're gonna shape up. You're gonna do the right things here. If not, we're gonna pack your bags real fucking quickly. Like, I know we know where Pierce is from. I think Pierce can really like bring in the reins on this kid, and hopefully for the better. And Jones will do his thing with us the rest of the season as long as he keeps himself out of trouble.
Well, hopefully he had enough playing with guns and everything else. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like the signing just because I know everything that he done been through.
Wow. You're like the first, like you calling in, you're the first person to say it because I'm not really seeing many people in the chat that were like, oh, I'm against it. And like I said, I wasn't too familiar with the off-field issues until Bobby just called in. He covers the Patriots, and he was able to shed some light on things. So now I kind of got a grasp, but it's just like, again, you have somebody from that area in Cali that should be able to just take him under his wing and be like, yo, like, we got you, but please, like, just do good by us. Like,
man, let that street shit go, bro. Let it go. You're going to risk millions of dollars to try to show loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Absolutely.
You ain't learned. My thing is, I hope he learned, bro, because it's like, all right. And the crazy part was when he hopped on the airplane, he was flying back out here. How in the fuck you gonna get that shit through LAX, bro?
You're not.
It's
Really,
crazy.
you're not. It's
So,
crazy, bro.
Man, look. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I'm a Raider all the way through and through since I was knee high to a grasshopper. All the talent in the world, he got it. I hope his head is in the right place.
So do I, man. So do I. Bernie, I appreciate the call, bro. You know you're welcome to call back
Blessings,
anytime.
bro.
I'm gonna
Keep
take
winning.
Thanks, bro.
All right.
I finally highlighted this. Rob, I apologize, man. Like, you see how this chat has been running, and I've been having problems trying to keep up with the chat on the screen to highlight you guys. The one on my OBS screen moves perfectly fine, but I can't highlight that. So I'm gonna just take my time real quick and read this, and I apologize. Rob Cypher, forgive me, Hammer. I hope you understood that my previous comment meant you are the underdog of Raiders YouTube. I love and root for the underdogs. Can't wait to see you grow even more. Just subbed. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber, and thank you for the kind words. It means a lot. I know that I say what I say when I'm live, and I've said this a lot of times recently because, like, maybe it's how I feel. Maybe I'm joking. Maybe I'm not. Like, I continue to stay grounded, level-headed, and humble as hell. That's just the way I've always been. And we hit 7,000 subscribers like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And I always joke around with my guys, and shout out to them. My brothers at Mount Shieldmore, I love you guys to death. I always joke around and say, like, I ain't shit. I think for me, I'm that type of person that's my biggest critic. I'm always the hardest on myself and just want more. And again, the growth of this doesn't happen without each and every single one of y'all. So again, Rob, appreciate the kind words. Thank you for the support. And everybody else in here, the rest of the nation in here, thank you guys for your continued support. It really means the world to me. You guys really have no idea. So thank you guys. Let's see. We need to draft for production, not promise. It's a fact. Nomad throwing the dice in the chat. I like that. That was actually dope with the dice rolling around on the screen. I knew something was up last night in Vegas when they didn't have the Raiders spread on the board. Like you knew that there was a signing coming, I guess is what you're saying. Antonio Pierce did coach Jack Jones at Poly, and Jones and his son were teammates at Poly and eventually ASU. I figured I wasn't wrong because I know I saw that he played for him twice. We got another caller. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from? Oh, that sucks. I didn't do anything either, guys. What kind of trouble has he been in? Carrying guns and not showing up to team practices when they were in Germany last weekend. The Patriots really didn't want to let him go. He really did give them no choice. That makes sense. I'm awake now. That's a dude. Gotta behave in LV. I like that. Guys, the vault line is still open, and we do have another caller. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
But little Tiger.
What's up, little Tiger? And shout out to Kansas Boy. Welcome to the vault. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Tiger, what's good, bro? Sound off.
Nothing much. Just trying. What do you think about us drafting a defensive tackle first round to help Max out?
A defensive tackle? I just said this a couple of minutes ago. I would wait until the third, late second, early third, and take Devondre Sweat. I think he would be a huge. I think he would be a huge asset on that interior defensive line. That dude is a dog, and a guy of his size that can move the way he can. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be a disruptor. That will open it up for another interior defensive lineman or even Max. It's going to open up the possibilities where teams are going to want to try to double team this dude nonstop because of his size. And it's going to open up the possibilities for Max or another interior defensive lineman. We shall see.
Okay, and my next question for you is, who do you think we should, what position do you think we should get in the first round?
First round, I would much like to go for, and I would go to the offensive line. Whether it being, I don't know how.
Right side?
Yes, because I don't know how solid our right tackle is going to be, or who our like. I'm pretty sure that they're going to look at a right tackle or even a right guard in this coming draft. And also, who's to say that they don't? And I'm probably stretching on this one right now. Who's to say that we don't try to find a center to replace Andre James?
All right. My next, I have one more question.
Go ahead, bro.
With for Aiden, you think he's going to be the quarterback for the future? How well he's performing right now?
This is his showcase right now for the next 8 weeks. Now, I've talked about this when it came to Aiden O'Connell going into this season. If our win-loss record was bad, that we were probably going to see him probably as a starter towards the tail end of the season. Right now, as it stands, we know he's a starter unless told otherwise. I do believe right now he is showcasing himself to potentially be the future quarterback for this franchise. That's what I think anyways.
All right.
Tiger, definitely appreciate the call, bro.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Take care.
Keep doing what you got.
Raider Nation News, say what's your name, where you calling from?
Yo, this Steel K Savage. What's up, man?
What's good, brother? Sound off.
All right. Check it out. Calling in just about every week now, and this is like religion now.
I appreciate that.
Yo, what up?
You there?
Okay. Yo, what up, Hammer?
Yo, sound off, bro. Talk. We can hear you. You're live. You're live.
Hammer, what's up, man? This Steel K Savage.
Bro, I can hear you.
Oh, my bad. I thought you couldn't hear me. So we had a couple of really good wins under AP. You know, I'm hopeful this week. We definitely got to get some things accomplished. But I'm living in the now for the first time this year, not next season.
Right.
You know, under the Josh McDaniels era, I was living for next year. I'm like, get rid of McDaniels. Who knows? We get some good draft picks, whatever. Next year. Now I'm actually living in this year. I'm living for this year. Look, I know it's a lot of optimism, but we got to pass to the playoffs, Hammer. And I know that's talking high right now. But look,
playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs.
We're gonna
you
get
kidding
one
me?
from KC.
Playoffs?
Listen, we're gonna get one from KC. I know it. We got to go out here to Miami. We got to establish the successful run game early. We got to punch Miami in the mouth early. Early. This game against the Jets, I didn't like the first half play calling too much. I thought we should have ran the ball early. They kind of threw the ball early, went to the run in the second half. Against the Dolphins, we got to punch them in the mouth early. Keep that game, 10-13, 13-10 at halftime, but let them feel us physically. Punch them in the gut, punch them in the mouth early. Second half, come out, open up the play action a little bit, catch them off guard. The Dolphins are a fast team, but they're not, they tend to buckle under pressure. They haven't beat a good team yet. And I just feel like I'm not even worried about KC. We're going to get one from KC. Mark, take me down right now. Write me down right now. We're going to get one from KC. But if we could play KC at 6-5 at home with all the momentum on our side before the bye.
Wait. The game against Kansas City is in Kansas City. I'm pretty sure. And then Christmas, I believe.
The first game is at Allegiant.
Fuck. Why did I think we were home? Why did I think we were home on Christmas against them? Fuck.
We're at KC on Christmas.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yo, Hammer, my gut has been correct about this. My gut has been right about this the whole season. Remember, 3 weeks ago I called you and said we need to celebrate these shellackings we were getting. because I knew we were going to fire him if we kept getting our butts handed to
You
us.
absolutely did say that.
And I was right. And I was right because I knew McDaniels would not be fired if we were losing close games.
Right.
Or even if we were winning close games, he would not winning or losing close games, he would not be fired. We had to get served. And I was right. We got served by the Bears, we got served by the Lions, and he was gone. We come in, we do our thing with the Giants. We won a hard-fought game against the Jets, and we did not play our best game against the Jets.
No, but you know what?
It was highly impressive.
I don't mean to cut you off, but like realistically, like it was two really good defenses. It was a quarterback.
Definitely.
It was a backup quarterback who just can't get it done for the Jets, and a young quarterback again who's really getting his first official start. But look, JJ woke up. JJ had over 100 rushing yards. You had Tay.
Listen, I thought if we would have ran the ball early in the game, we could have boat raced the Jets, which is on Bo Hardigree, not on Aiden O'Connell. I truly believe. Look, if we had established Jacobs early,
right,
we would have been able to open up the play action early. Towards the second half. Middle of the second quarter, and we could have boat raced the Jets. I believe that if we would have established the run early.
But you have to
that's
also
on Bo Hardigree.
you also have to understand is really you can't put blame. We still got the win, but you can't really point fingers right now because this is a learning curve for a lot of these guys. Bo Hardigree has never been an offensive coordinator. This is a learning curve for him.
Exactly.
Antonio Pierce has never been a head coach at the next
really
level.
learned.
You got to give this some time. I'm glad that we are 2-0 under these new guys. I really am. I want to continue to see what direction we're going in. And for us, realistically, right now, there's only one way we can go, and that is up. I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it until the season is over. That 2021 rally cry is back. Fuck your adversity. We're going to kick windows in. We're going to light people up, and we're going to wake up the NFL. We're going to wake up these assholes in the media that love to constantly downplay and talk shit about us. I'm telling you now, a change is coming right now, y'all.
No, listen, hey, Hammer, I'm with you. Look, what happened at halftime? AP came out on at the little interview. He said, we're going to run the ball. And that's exactly what they did. We're starting to punch some teams in the mouth. And that's what we got.
And we need to continue to do that.
We got to punch Miami in the mouth early.
You're 1,000% correct on that. We have to do that early, and it's going to start up front. We need to put that pressure on Tua. I swear, man, I don't wish injuries upon anybody. But if Max gets in there within the first few drives and lays out Tua, that's it. That is going to be it. Yeah. It's going to take one hit. It's going to take the back of his head bouncing off of that turf, and that's going to be it. Again, I'm not wishing on injuries. We know his concussion history. Watch. Just watch.
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000%. Listen, I rock with you. I rock with Wasted. I rock with graphics. I'm watching Mitchell Renz on my laptop right now, and we got a lot of angles to the game. There's two it boils down to. Come out, run the ball successfully, punch him in the mouth on offense, and knock Tua down and hit him hard within the first 10 plays. And even if he stays in the game, he's going to be shook. He's going to get shook, and he's going to start panicking because he knows he's light in the ass, and he don't want to get hit again. He don't want to get hit.
Facts. Steel Cage, appreciate the call, bro.
Real quick, one last point.
Go ahead.
Listen, there is no next year for this team. There's right now. We got right now. We got a window. And I'm telling you right now, Hammer, if we find a way to mess around and make the playoffs, with some great throws, that touchdown pass was a great throw.
Amazing. Amazing.
All right, bro. Hammer, have a good one.
Take care, man.
Win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die.
That's a fact. Take care, bro. So let's talk about this real quick. Because
got mail.
We were talking about it before in regards to free agency. Because you guys I mentioned our offensive line is probably going to be a priority in the upcoming draft. So here's a couple of notable free agents set to take the market in 2024. Jason Kelsey, the center. I don't know how much longer he's going to play, though. I have a feeling he may retire after this season. He's 36 years old. I don't know if he'll be back after this season. This might be it for him. His average annual this year is 14.2 million. You got Tyron Smith, left tackle. We don't have to worry about a left tackle right now. Andrew Pete, the guard. He's with New Orleans. He's making 11.5 right now as it stands. You got guard Kevin Zietler from Baltimore making 7.5, almost 34 years old. Not sure if you're going to take a flyer on him. Center Connor Williams. His value right now, or his salary this year. I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry. Ooh, sorry guys. Connor Williams, $7 million. He is 26. That's a guy you could consider come free agency. You got Jonah Williams, the tackle from Cincinnati at 20. He's going to be 26. His salary this year is 4.4. And we do have another caller. Raider Nation News Today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hammer, it's Frank White, man. What's up with you, baby?
What's good, bro? How are you?
What's good, man? I'm just calling to talk some Raider stuff, man.
Go for it. Sound off.
Okay. So, I've been hearing people, think about what we're going to do next year in the draft, right? Tell me about this, man, because, Caleb Williams is my guy.
Right.
How do you feel about, because I'm thinking you give up, you can mortgage the future on a guy like that, right? I'm thinking about giving away three first-round picks. What do you think about that?
No.
Do you think that gets gets you that spot to move up?
That would get a spot, but everybody would be looking at us. Look, it would probably get us within that top, but I guarantee you everybody's going to be looking at us, including our own fan base. They're going to be looking at us sideways like, what the fuck did you just do? Like, I've said this before when it comes to first-round quarterbacks in the league, and I've seen it time and time again. Realistically, drafting a quarterback in the first round, and this really goes for any positions, but we know how important the quarterback is valued in the league. Drafting a quarterback in the first round is truly a crapshoot because you really do not know what their potential is going to be at the next level. You do not know what they're going to be capable of doing. We've seen a lot of first-round quarterbacks become bust within the first year. You've seen first-round quarterbacks get traded time and time again until they're no longer in the league. So, I'm not going to mortgage and put 3 first-round picks up for Caleb Williams. And, I feel right now, and I know there's plenty of people on the West Coast that love Caleb. They want Caleb with a passion. But, I don't know. Right. I feel like he is being so ridiculously overhyped right now. I don't know maybe if it's because of the NIL deals and all this other stuff that college football players finally have at their disposal. But, you see this dude on all these damn commercials now, and it's just really? Really? I don't know.
He's a rock star. I'm here in LA. He got the city right now. He got that big of an impact. Especially, USC, we kind of had a drought at quarterback. We haven't really had good talent in the last, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
So he's pretty big. But here's my thing with him. This is why I think he's worth it. Outwork, because I'm looking at the what's the guy for the Texans? His name not coming to me.
CJ,
right? Quarterback for the Texans.
CJ Stroud,
rookie. Yeah. He's outworked CJ. He's outworked what's my guy? He like to put the mayo in the coffee. I can't think of him
Levis.
Because I like what he's doing.
Levis in Tennessee.
I like what Levis is doing. Levis look good. Yeah, Levis look kind of good in Tennessee. He's better than Levis. And he's better than the second quarterback that got taken this year. So it's he's already proven himself to me. Yeah. He's already proven himself to me. He already, I know he's better than those guys, and so that's why I think it's safe. And the team that we have now, we got a lot of talent right now. So it's if we was to miss the first rounders for the next 3 years, it really wouldn't hurt us. I don't think. I think we have a deep roster.
That's very no, bro. That's very questionable because first off, look at the offensive line. Our offensive line needs help right now. Right. Our offensive line absolutely needs help. Our defensive interior still needs some tweaking right now. Our secondary definitely needs some help. Like, think about it from this standpoint. Because, like, I'm looking at the chat, and I shout out to Giovanni, because he said, unless Aiden O'Connell shits the bed the rest of the way, we shouldn't take a quarterback in the first round. Now, let's go back to the preseason. You heard Aiden O'Connell's name mentioned quite a bit throughout the preseason with what he was doing. And granted, yes, he's going against guys that were fighting for jobs, this, that, and the third, what have you. But think about it like this. If we went through camp, right? Say Jimmy Garoppolo was already cleared and everything, and he went through training camp and maybe played a little preseason, but Aiden O'Connell truly stood out. And they decided to go with Aiden O'Connell as a starter. A 4th-round pick out of Purdue. A dude that has a better arm than Jimmy Garoppolo. Dude that has a better pocket presence right as it stands right now. And I know he only has a few games under his belt in the regular season. But what do you think the media would be saying about this kid out of 4th round if he was playing this entire season, like started from game 1, and say he was putting up some ridiculous numbers? Like, what would you think compared to those other guys that were drafted in the 1st round? C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, like all those guys. What would your thoughts be then?
I mean, you know what? From what I see, when they mention Aiden O'Connell in the media, they mention him with high praise. I haven't watched not one time where they mention his name. Every time they say, hey, man, the Raiders got a young star in Aiden O'Connell, or they like what he's done in the preseason. So, I mean, I feel like they kind of – he's got the media on his side right now. You know, he's 2-1 as a starter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's 2-1. I mean, so, you know, he's off to a good start. Then he has all the mechanics that you like to see out of a quarterback. You know, he's smart. He's good in the pocket. He's got a nice arm. But the only downfall I have for him is Las Vegas. We lack star power. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've been in the stadium, right? You've been to a few games.
I've
right?
been in that stadium
when you go
4 times
games,
already.
Exactly. And when you go, you see full of ops. The stadium is full of ops. You know, it's like half and half. You know, that's not good. If you bring in a Caleb Williams, I guarantee you, Las Vegas will fall in love with him.
Here's the thing.
We won't have that problem.
No. I gotta refute on that for the simple fact that we've been home the last 2 weeks. We have a new interim head coach, and a lot of I spoke to a good friend of mine the other night about this game. There was a lot of silver and black inside that stadium Sunday night. And I think that the change of the guard, the change of the guard, the Raider mentality is back in the building. You're gonna go back to seeing all black. You're gonna see blackouts in there. You might even see whiteouts in there every once in a while. But the nation is back in that building, bro. Mark my words on that one.
I love to see that one. That's what I'm waiting to see. I would love to see that one. And then for the second thing I want to get into, man, Josh McDaniels, man. I mean, you know, he had the nation excited maybe 2 years ago, right? He had the nation excited, and you know we were all. But I never seen. This is what I from the whole Patriots tree. Every time one of those guys leaves off Bill Belichick's tree, I never. They're not people person. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick is not a team. He's not a people person. You know. A lot of his players on his team, he's not that type of guy, if you get what I'm saying, you know?
No, I agree. I get what you're saying.
Daniels came with that same attitude, like, you know, like, hey, it's my way or the highway type of thing, you know, you got to get with the Patriot way. And I feel like, you know, that to me, and another thing I don't like about McDaniels, I think he was trying to sabotage Josh Jacobs. When I look at the type of running plays he was calling for Josh, you know, all this season, it seemed like he wanted him to get hurt or something.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things right there that you're 1,000% correct on. I don't want to necessarily say like them setting him up to get hurt, but like there's a lot of things that happened when they came in. Now, a lot of us were optimistic when he was hired. I said like maybe you learned through your life lessons, and maybe you came in here and things are going to be for the better. You had a lot of other people that were like, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl," putting the cart way ahead of the horse. Now, we saw the circumstances with Josh Jacobs last season. You played him in the Hall of Fame game. You started mass hysteria. Oh, he's getting traded. You hardly utilized him the first 4 games of the season, and it was pretty much, fuck you, I led the league in rushing. It comes to contract time, you guys tag him instead of giving him an extension that he absolutely deserved. Now, McDaniels not being here anymore. Oh, let me go back a little bit. McDaniels got rid of Derek Carr. He also traded Darren Waller because realistically, we know why. He wasn't invited to his wedding, so McDaniels decided to trade him for a 3rd-round pick. Thank you, New York Giants. Thank you for giving us Trey Tucker. And also, like, moving forward to now, you see what's going on. This asshole got fired, and AP wants him here. Champ Kelly wants him here. The energy is different now. And he's not afraid to tell you, like, yo, I was unhappy with this dude here. Tay was unhappy. Everybody was unhappy with McDumbass and the rest of these people. Like, things are changing, and things are changing for the better, realistically.
Man, I couldn't stand to see McDaniels do a press conference. It's like he had the fucking nose run, like it would never stop. To me, that's a sign of nervousness. You know, he was too nervous to lead, man. You can't be a leader of men if you're that nervous, you know.
You know,
and then
the
last thing I want to talk about is this, man. To make it to the playoffs, I think we need to win 5 more games.
That would put us
I think we can win 5 more games this season. We got 2. We got Kansas City twice.
Right.
We got the Dolphins. We play the Chargers again.
Right.
And then I think we got the Vikings.
We got the Vikings, and we got the Broncos at the last game of the season, and that's the thing that I'm concerned. I don't want to say I'm concerned about, but like that last game right now, as it stands, is to be determined. So like, who's to say that we don't?
You're always afraid to go against a defense like that. They got a really good defense. Look what they did to the Bills yesterday.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, right now for that game, it could be a Saturday or a Sunday game, and I feel like this is another thing where like it's a perfect setup for us. Who's to say that we don't go back home week 18 sitting at 10-6 with ultimately this deciding whether we're going to get in the playoffs or not. Something to think about. Like, again, we have a lot of conference games and division games left, and those games right now are incredibly important to our record. If we want to try to get into a wild card spot, we have to win those conference games.
Definitely, and we got to keep hoping the teams in our division lose. I mean, because I think the whole division, except for Kansas City, they all got 5 losses. So, you know, it's a pretty close race.
Yep.
So, man, I think I'm going to let somebody else call in, man. Thanks for answering the call. You have a good day, Hammer.
Take care, man.
All right.
Yo, I am loving this tonight. I'm loving the energy that you guys are bringing tonight. Like, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. And if you haven't already, especially those new to the channel, do me these 3 simple things. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. In the house at Hammer, built by the nation for the nation, Raider Nation News Today. We already got 10 new subscribers during this live tonight. We are on that road to 8K. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all in here. We have 100 on the dot right now in the chat. So I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. So Ruben Russ just put some breaking news in here as well. We have waived Isaac Rochelle. Let me find out. Let me check something real quickly just to confirm. And not saying I don't believe you, but let me confirm this real quickly. I will be very unhappy if this really just happened. Yo, it's funny because Graf is on X. He put this up. Go get Michael Carter to be your running back too, and let's go on a run. We just talked about Michael Carter before. And you know what? It's going to be a good question to ask Ty Butler later on today. Yeah, Levi Damien confirmed this about a half hour ago. The Raiders have waived defensive end Isaac Rochelle, and that was to make room for the addition of cornerback Jack Jones. Jack Jones. So there you go. It's true, man. Isaac Rochelle has been waived by our Raiders. So there we go. Let's see. Am I missing anything in the chat? It says should have released Hoyer instead. That's a fact. But we need a 3rd quarterback. We need the emergency quarterback, whatever that means when you're that old and played for like 8-9 different teams and however long you've been in the league it was. Oh, my fault. Byron True Raider, you're 1,000% correct. It was Byron Young. Shout out to T Raider. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Welcome to the vault. I do need to fix that what do you call it? The alert box. I got to find a better place to put it, especially for the live later on. But T Raider, appreciate you. Definitely do. You know what? We have an hour and a half until I'm back live, and I'm probably going to be back in front of this camera in another hour just to do some pre-show stuff with Ty. So, yeah, we will be back. You guys already saw that it was scheduled on YouTube. So, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific time. Vault Talk, special edition of Vault Talk. We are going to recap the game between the Jets and Raiders with ESPN Radio New York personality Ty Butler. You guys are not going to want to miss it. Make sure to pull on up. And if you have any questions for him during the live, make sure to just ask your questions in the chat. But for now, I'm going to run. I will see you guys in another hour and a half. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is on the rise. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. See you guys in an hour and a half. But, of course, on my New York, peace, love, and positivity. See you guys in a bit.